All right, everybody. Good morning for everyone. I am here today. Okay, today is May 29th. All right, and we are gonna talking about, guys. We are gonna finish our class here. Okay, we are gonna finish our unity when we're talking about the use of use it to. Okay, and would, guys. In this opportunity, we talking about the use it to. When we talking about the use it to, I told you that use it to, you used to talking about something that happened in the past. Remember, use it to is for something. Use it for something that happened or take a place, happened in the past, an action that happened in the past, but you don't do anymore. Okay, so in this case we are going to use the use it to. All right, okay, guys, remember that I told you that if you use it to, guys, you cannot do this action anymore. For example, I cannot say, for example, I used to play drums, for example, uh, and I still playing drums. Okay, I cannot say this. All right, so we are going to use the use it to when you don't use anymore. Okay, when you don't do anymore, right? I put there in I put this, in fact, in your exercise, guys, that I made some kind of questions that talking about the action that you did in the past, but you don't do anymore, right? This is the most useful for use it to. The second things that we're talking about, guys, let me just remind here again. Use it to. Use it to, it's almost the past of the verb to use. So when you want to make questions, you're going to use the auxiliary did. All right, you're going to use the auxiliary did. Okay, and you don't put ed in the end. I like the same rules. Okay. All right. So for example, if I want to make if I want to make a question with this, I'm going to use did you use to, alright? I don't use did you, that is some mistake here, sorry. Did you use to study in the morning? In the morning. You're going to use, guys, the same you're going to use the same rules for the past question. Remember the simple past question, right? For example, when you say, for example, did you like, did you go, did you talk, did you speak, all right? It's the same thing, okay? It's the same thing, okay? And here, you're going to use did you to. You cannot use, guys, for example, didn't you used. No, it's wrong. Okay, it's wrong. Okay, so you have to say, did you used to study in the morning? Did you like to watch the movie? So did you used to go to church with your mom, for example? Right? Did you used to listen to did you used to listen to music? Did you used to study all day long? Right? So it's this kind of things that you are going to use for questions for did. All right? And the negative, guys, it's the same. Okay? It's the same, the negative. I didn't use I didn't use to go, for example. I didn't use to go, I didn't use to study, right? Okay, I didn't use to study, I didn't use to go. Okay, so it's like this way you're going to use this how can I say, these rules, right? I'm gonna put one window here. Let me see. Okay, everybody. Okay, did you understand? Did you understand what I'm talking about? Okay, so this is the use of did, and I told you guys, I've told you about the use of would. First of all, guys, just to remind, first of all, would is a kind of conditional, right? Okay, it's a conditional. So means that something would happen, something like that. All right. Okay. So, but you can use would talking about, right, an action that you did in the past or that didn't happen in the past, could be. All right. Okay. So you are going to use would as well in this case, right? For example, if you want to say, for example, I would go to the São Paulo, for example, I would go to the São Paulo. São Paulo. All right. Right. So I would go to the São Paulo. When I use I would go to talking about an action in the past, guys, remember that I told you that it means that I'm missing this action. I'm missing this action. Okay? Something like that. Alright? Alright, guys. So, this way, if you want to go, for example, I would go to the São Paulo. When you're talking about like this, when you use would to talking about something that you did in the past but you don't do it anymore, and you use would, it means that you're missing, right, about this, right? You're missing it. Okay? All right? Very good. What we're gonna do now, guys, we are going to talking about some English to English. We have the English to English to talking about. Okay, English to English. I'm gonna do something better here. Okay, this is better, I think. And let me put this on the top of it. All right. Okay, let me do something here. Okay, it's getting better. All right, so guys, what we're gonna do now? I would like you be here, guys, because my plan, right? It was to asking you about these words, this English to English, but there's nobody here, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm gonna put this in a kind of exercise for you, right? English to English. Do you remember? Do you remember that this kind of exercise? I'm gonna put some kind of words here, the words that we found at the text. All right. So I'm going to put some words here, and we have to translate these words and to try to understand these words, right? This vocabulary. Okay. Okay. So let's go. The first one is amusingly. Amusingly. Okay. What is amusingly, guys? Amusingly is a funny person. Okay, it's a funny person. It's a the person who makes someone else smile, someone else laugh. It's amusing person. Amusing person is a person that you have never seen this person sad before. Okay, right? It's a kind of person who, you know, it's a kind of person that it's able to bring joy for somebody's lives. Okay? So, amusingly is. Okay? Let me do something. So, amusingly, it's a. It's a. It's a funny person. Alright? Alright. So, amusingly, I told you that funny. Amusingly, someone who is. Who is happy. Okay, everybody. So, as I told you, funny is this. Is a happy person, a person who make brings joy for someone, right? Amusingly, all right. If you I think that you have understanding this, but if you don't, right, just looking for in a dictionary. Okay, the next one, guys. The next one, the badge, right? What it means, badge, guys? Badge is a kind of material, right? With iron material, most of the time steel material, okay? With a kind of a photo on it, right? It's most used by politicians, right? The politicians, they use a lot of these kind of tools, right? Okay, I'm talking about something. It's most of the time we have the photo of someone, a candidate, for example, and you put on your t-shirt. Okay, most of the time a badge is a kind of thing that you put in your t-shirt with a photo of something. So I can say that it's a kind of material. It's a kind of material that made by material, most of the time made by plastic, could it be, right? Or steel with a photo on it, right? The politicians use it in their campaigns. Right? Most of the time, the politicians use this in their campaigns. For example, in Brazil, it's very common. In the United States, it's very common too. You have a kind of badge, a kind of, as I told you, a kind of material made by steel or even plastic with the photo of the candidate right there. Okay, so this is badge. All right, most of people, they like to use the badge with their bands. All right, for example, we have a badge of Metallica badge, so you can use most of time these two, could be badge too. It kind of button, right? Okay, in Portuguese maybe bottom, right? Okay, when you have a bottom of your favorite band, we have a bottom with your favorite anime characters, okay, all right, or even a bottom with your favorite candidate, right, president, I don't know, right? It's very common. So badges is this. Next one, beaker. That we talking about this in this test when you're talking about Dr. Holmes, right? Let me see. Yeah, when you're talking about Dr. Holmes, these words appeared. All right, what it means, beaker, guys? Beaker is a kind of material, most of the time a glass material, a glass material used to make chemical experiences or tests. Okay, it's a beaker. Okay, there's another name. I forgot the name of this. There's another name, a synonymous of beaker. Guys, I cannot remind here. I cannot remember what is this right now. But beaker is a glass used to make chemical experiences. Okay, or chemical tests. All right. So it's the material when they put this chemical product inside, right? The scientists, they use the chemistry, use a lot, okay? They use a lot this kind of material, all right? It's a kind of, we can call as a, I don't know, as a toast too. It's a toast, a chemical toast, all right? The chemistry use this the most, okay? The next one, guys, the next one that we have here is carity, like this. Carity. Carity is the action of help someone else okay, is the action of help someone else. I forgot the action here. I'm gonna put action here. Is an action of help someone else let me change here. It's an action that helps better. Okay, it's an action that helps someone else without nothing charged. Okay, is the action that helps someone else without nothing charged. For example, you have a very person suffering of something, maybe money, maybe food, right? And you help this person, right? Without no business, right? You don't want anything back. You know, exactly. It's the act that helps someone without nothing back, right? You don't want nothing back to do this. It's pure. How can I say? It's pure honestly. It's pure. Just the only reason of it is to help someone else. It's to help your brother. It's help the ones, right? That is close to you, that is suffering at this time. So you make a charity, right? Without receive nothing in charge. Okay? Without receive nothing in back. You know? You don't receive nothing back when you made a charity. Okay? Right? Next one. Current. Current. This is the next one. Current. What it means current, guys? Current, it's nowadays. When you're talking about nowadays, you're talking about today, right? This time that we are living. Okay? All right? Currency, so it's something that you are doing nowadays. Okay? Nowadays. Now, it's happening. Right? The current days, when talking about the current days, I'm talking about today. Right? It's something that is happening now. So, nowadays. Let me try to it's wrong here. Okay, nowadays. Okay? Next one. Curriculum. I think that everybody knows what curriculum means. It's a kind of file that has all your professional information. Okay? Information. Okay? It's a file that has all of your professional information. Okay? It means curriculum. Everybody knows about this. Diabetes. I think it's two double T. No, just one T. Diabetes. Right. Diabetes, it's a kind of sickness that a person who has a lot of sugar on his blood or his or her blood has. Right? It's a sickness. Right? It's a sickness who has a lot of sugar in his or her blood. Okay, it's a very serious sickness, by the way, right? Diabetes is a sickness who has a lot of sugar in his or her blood. Okay, everybody know. Donor. The next one, the word here, donor. What it means, donor, guys? Donor, it's a how can I say? It's a help. It's a help. Donor, it's a help. Money. Probably most of the time money. Money, well, I put money. Money help. That you give to someone or organization in order to help them to live, to survive. Let's put to survive better. Okay, donor. It's a money. Most of the time, money that you help that you give someone to help them. Money that help. Exactly, money that you give someone. Okay, a money help that you give to someone or some organization in order to help them to survive. So, if you want to help to someone to survive, you give this person a donor. It's a different from charity, guys. Right? It's different from charity. Okay. For example, charity. It's a money or something that you give someone by heart. Okay, by heart. Right? You don't want nothing in charge, right? You don't want nothing in back, right? But a donor, you probably it's helping someone to survive, right? Most of the time, an organization, okay, could be a church, could be I don't know, could be a kind of organization that you use this. Alright? So this is donor. The difference between donor and charity, it's like this. Okay? Next one, fund. Okay? Fund, guys, it's a money too, okay, that you save to help you in the future. All right? So imagine that money that you saved to help you to make your university, okay, right, to make your graduation in the future. So a long time right, a long time, you are saving money, right, to help you to get your graduation. So this money that you have saved during, I don't know, a lot of years, okay, is called fund, okay, right? When you have money, for example, nowadays, guys, there is a very good example nowadays. We are getting through the most difficult times of our existence. So the government, they have a fund that is helping the people how to survive this period, right? So this kind of fund, everybody can have a fund, all right? If I want, for example, if I want to finish my university, I have to save money to do this in the future. So this money that I used to save called fund, okay? Called fund, okay? So it's a money that you save to help you in the future, okay? Most of the time you use for scholarship, you use for university in general, okay? Okay? All right, so the next one, guys, Stripe. The last but not least, Stripe. What it means is Stripe, guys. For example, the American flag, right? The American flag is made by 1350. Is made by 50 stripes, right? A black ones and a red ones, right? Okay. Okay. A black one and a bright white one. Okay, stripes. Okay, so in Brazilian flag we have just one stripe that is closed, is right, or is written. In fact, is written ordem e progresso. That part, a white part that we have in a Brazilian flag is called stripe. Okay, so stripe is this, all right? For example, the better example that I have is the American flag has 50 stripes, and Brazilian flags just one stripes, and this stripe is written ordem e progresso, right? Okay, right? So stripes is perpendicular. Perpendicular lines. Perpendicular. I don't know how to write this. Perpendicular lines that form stripe. I don't know. You know. I know that that you got it. Okay. So guys, this is our words. Okay. Now we have the verb forms. Okay. The verb forms. Let's go. The verb forms now. Yeah. The verb forms. Okay. The first verb forms is to arrange. To arrange, exactly. To arrange. Like arrange. To arrange is put everything in the correct place. When you are arranging something, because you are putting the things in the correct place that must be, right? That must be, all right? So to arrange is to put someone or something in the correct place, right? You are arranging, for example, if you want to arrange your door, I mean your bedroom, in fact, okay, your bedroom, you are put these things in order, all right? Okay, you take off something from here, you put something there, all right? You are arranging your bedroom, right? Arrange, guys, is a regular verb, so the past of arrange is arranged. Okay, arranged. Okay, all right. The next one, to design. To design. Okay, to design, guys, is to like almost to draw. It's almost to draw. All right, to design, to put to create something. Okay, to create something. Right, so it's the same thing of to create something. All right, remember that is to create something, but to create something very, you know, with details, right? With details, to create something with details. So design something, put something in order to serve a purpose, right? Graphic most of the time, right? Okay, design, guys, is a regular verb too, so you have to put ed in the end of it, right? Designed. Okay, next one, to demonstrate. Demonstrate. To demonstrate. Okay, what it means to demonstrate, right? To show something. The same thing of to show something. You're showing something to someone. I'm going to demonstrate in this, like the test that we saw, right? We have seen the Dr. Holmes told to their attendees, like, I'm going to demonstrate how the rain can be sweet. Okay, I want to demonstrate to you guys how to rain can be sweet. Okay, so what does it mean to demonstrate? To show to someone, to give something to someone. Look at that thing. So to demonstrate, I'm going to demonstrate how I like you. I'm going to demonstrate how this is difficult. I'm going to demonstrate how I did this. So some kind of example that I used here for you. I'm going to demonstrate how I did this, right? I'm going to demonstrate how to do this. Okay, it's the same thing. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how I did this. Okay, I'm going to show you how I want that you did this, right? So to demonstrate, guys, it's a kind of regular verb. It's the same thing. You have to put ed in the end of the verb demonstrate. Okay, right? Okay. The next verb here, guys, is to devote. What it means to devote, guys? To devote, when you believe in something, right? Most of the times, to devote is very linked to the faith. Okay? Is linked to the faith. You, for example, if you believe in God, if you believe in the kind of, we have this a lot of here in Brazil, guys, that we have a lot of devote for some kind of saints. Okay? For example, Sant Antonio, this kind of things that we have a lot here in Brazil, to devote, right? So someone is devoted for a kind of saint, right? The only example, explanation that I have here that I want to tell you is this one, right? That this means to devote, right? So to devote, when you follow that kind of a situation, so you like that situation, you live, right? I found out the most important translation here, the example here is to live exactly, right? To live exactly how the other people or the other wants, right? It's a kind of this, right? To live exactly how the other wants. So you are devoted for this person. You are obey this person. Okay? Okay, you obey this person, this kind of most of the times I don't know, you know. Yeah, I think that you have to understand. To devote is this. We have a lot of example. Most of the time, your grandmother was devout of some kind of saint or not. I don't know, but we have a lot of this in our country, right? I have a aunt. Okay, I have an aunt that she's devoted, right, about with something like that, right? Okay, so this is devote. To devote, guys, is a regular verb too, so you have to put ed in the end of this verb. Okay, all right. The next one, disappoint. To disappoint. To disappoint is double S. No, just one S. To disappoint. To disappoint. It's double P. Disappoint. Okay? To disappoint. What it means to disappoint, guys? To disappoint is when you trust a lot in something else, right? And this person betray you, right? Disappoint is the feeling. Okay? Disappoint is the feeling that gets you when someone betray you, when you cannot trust in someone anymore. The feeling that left in your heart, is called disappoint. Okay, right? We have a lot of translation for this in Portuguese, right? But disappoint, desapontado, decepcionado, right? You can use this in Portuguese, right? To disappoint. Disappoint, guys, is, I'm gonna put this. I liked what I said. The feeling left when someone else betray you, right? Betray you. Imagine someone, a friend of yours, okay? A friend of yours, or even somebody else that you love the most, your loved one, right? Your loved one, right? Betray you. What the feeling? What do you feel? You feel like disappointed, okay, with that person. Disappointed. We can be disappointed for the situation, okay, with some situation, okay. To disappoint. Right? The feeling left when somebody else betrays you, right? There is a S here, betrays you. When somebody else betrays you, right? Third person. Okay. Right, guys. The next one, deep. Deep. What it means deep, guys? Deep is a little bit difficult to talking about. Imagine that we have a bottle. Let me see. A bottle. Let me see. It's a very good example. Deep is. Well, imagine that you have a basin, right? Basin. You have a basin. Okay, and this basin is. There is a lot of water in this basin, and we have in this basin we have a hole, right? And the water start to dip through that hole, right? When water, so I try to, or something, or some kind of liquid, gets out through a hole. when water or some kind of liquid gets through a hole, right? So when a water or a liquid in general, when this liquid is escaping from a hole in small proportion, in small proportion, right? Okay, cause deep. Okay, deep. No deep. Deep. Right? So when water, sorry. When water or some kind of liquid gets through a hole in small proportion, you call it deep. Right? Next one. Guys, deep is a regular verb too. Right? So dipped. Okay? So let's go. The next one, guys. The next one is the verb to prescribe. To prescribe. What it means to prescribe? To prescribe, guys, it's exactly what the doctor does. Exactly what the doctor does. Right? When you go to the doctor and the doctor examining you, right? When you go to the doctor, the doctor finishes to examine you. He most of the time prescribes the medicine that you have to take. Right? So this kind of action to give someone to medicine to have calls prescribe. Right? Okay, so prescribe is the action of give to the patient medicine. Let me put this. This could be. I think that is very good for you. You are going to understand it. The action of give to the patient or patient a medicine. Okay. Right. For example, an aspirin. I don't know, whatever. Okay. And the next one is sue. Prescribe it, guys, is a regular verb too. You have to put ed in the end, right? To sue. What did I? Okay. To sue, like this. C-E-W. S-E-W, sorry. S-E-W. Sue. Okay, all right. To sue, guys, when you take a line, you take a nickel. I don't know how to what is the name of this nickel. I'm gonna looking for here, and then I forgot how to say. I forgot it. Really, I forgot how to say this object. I'm a nipple. No, it's not nipple. I forgot. I'm gonna say. So to sue, guys, it's the action of fix your clothes. Most of the time, your clothes. I'm gonna give a very easy example. An action to fix your clothes using a line, and I'm gonna looking for, guys. I'll be back in a moment. I'm gonna looking for this. Okay, guys, I looking for here, and I found to sew is actually fix your clothing using a line and a needle. okay? A needle, okay? What it means needle, guys? Needle is a material that you have to fix your clothes. You put a line through the needle and start to sew your clothes. Sew, guys, is a regular verb too, okay? So the past of sew is sewed, okay, everybody? Okay, guys, what we're gonna have now, we finished the English to English and the verb forms. What we're gonna do now, guys, now we have the English to listening comprehension, sorry, okay? We have the listening and comprehension to do. How we are gonna do this? I'm gonna put the listen comprehension here, okay? In the end of this video, I'm gonna put the English comprehension here, and you are going to write down, okay, in your exercise, okay? And for the next class, we are gonna start the next. We are gonna talking about our next subject here, right? Remind, guys, that we talking about the modal verbs, we're talking about the use of many, the quantifier, and now we're talking about the use of would and usage too, all right? Okay, when we come back, guys, that I think that is closer, the day that we are going to come back to our normal activities, I'm going to talking about the zodiac signs, all right, and the Chinese horoscopes, right? And I'm going to use the zodiac to talking about, but I need you, I need to do this with you, guys. I need to ask you a lot of things here, so this subject, I need you, right? I need you participate. I need your answer about this for the next the next classes. All right. So what we're gonna do now? We are going to make the listening comprehension and a little bit more about the exercise. I'm gonna make some kind of exercise with what are we talking about this. So the rest of this class you are going to do your exercise, right? Okay? Okay, guys. So let me tell you something. Gente, o negócio é o seguinte. Eu preciso da participação de vocês, gente. Eu estou tentando fazer aqui uma aula, alright, gravada, ok? Para que vocês possam acompanhar aí, tá? Right? Para vocês não ficarem sem essas aulas. Mas eu preciso da participação de vocês. A ideia inicial foi que vocês participassem dessas aulas, tá? A ideia inicial realmente era que vocês participassem dessas aulas. Por isso nós estamos fazendo essas aulas aqui dessa forma, ok? Não era para eu ficar gravando vídeo e mostrando para vocês, porque eu preciso da participação. A participação de vocês faz parte da nossa aula, ok? A participação de vocês faz parte da nossa aula. Sem vocês, gente, nossa aula cai pela metade, ok? Então eu preciso que vocês perguntem, eu preciso que vocês... Teve algumas dúvidas lá no exercício que eu estava corrigindo, teve algumas dúvidas. Como que nós vamos sanar essas dúvidas? Então seria aqui, right? Com essas aulas aqui, tá bom? Ok? Então, nós já estamos prestes a voltar. Eu acredito que nós só temos só mais uma aula por aqui. Na segunda aula, contando da próxima, a segunda aula, daqui a 3 aulas vamos falar isso. Daqui a 3 aulas nós estaremos juntos. Provavelmente o Lucas já vai estar com vocês aí, tá? E vocês vão precisar rever muita coisa aqui, tá? Quando voltar. Por quê? Porque o objetivo aqui, que era tirar a dúvida de vocês, eu não estou conseguindo fazer, porque vocês não estão aparecendo aqui, né? Para ter essas aulas ao vivo. Eu entendo, disponibilidade, sim, mas o ideal seria que vocês estivessem aqui, tá? Ok? Então tá, então vamos fazer assim. Eu vou terminar aqui agora e vou postar lá os exercícios, que o resto da aula vocês vão ficar fazendo os exercícios. Ok? Bye, bye. Thank you very much. Sei lá, Sofia.
Unit 4. Listening and Comprehension. Write down what you listen to. 1. He used to study more than 8 hours a day. 2. The government and the control funding provide education. 3. An annual holiday is held to celebrate Labor's Day. 4. Most American high school students leave their homes when they graduate. 5. What would you do to obtain better grades?
English to English. Amusingly, badge, beaker, charity, current, curriculum, diabetes, donor, fund, stripe.
Education in the USA. The government, with control and funding coming from 3 levels, provides education in the United States substantially: federal, state, and local. At the elementary and secondary school levels, curricula, funding, teaching, and other policies are set through locally elected school boards with jurisdiction over school districts. School districts are usually separate from other local jurisdictions in terms of officials and budgets.